just in time. We've got a mess on our hands. The Dominion ambushed us. I'd be ashamed to call it a rout if I wasn't considering how in oblivion they knew. Our attack was a disaster. The other vice cannons agreed to keep our forces together. Should have known they'd peel off the moment I turned my back. If they weren't keeping Stormhold from tearing itself apart, I'd let them boil in a fish kettle. That's the mess. If they're smart, they retreated to a defensible position. My scouts here spotted a cave in the ruins. The cave smack in the middle of Tenmar Walk. The Dominions locked it tighter than a High Elf's fundament. Might have to knock a few heads to get past them. We each think the other vice cannons are incompetent. Ha! No, it's politics, plain and simple. The one who stays behind looks out of touch, so off we came to the muck. Politics be damned. Next time we draw straws to staying dry and Stormhold. Why does anyone invade anywhere? Those pristine towers of theirs must get boring. When the Dominion ambushed us, they made a deliberate...
How did you find us? Unless you're a skin stealer. Keep your hands empty, if you please. But you don't stink of death. You're likely what you seem. What remains for you to share is why you came here. Still with us, is he? That man is luckier than a Khajiit in an abandoned fishery. What does Rondar want? If it's for me to say he was right about sticking together, he can drown himself in a bog. We don't need rescuing. We need Rondar to recognize we're bait in another Dominion trap. Tell him I won't allow. If you find Vice Canon Rondar's regiment, you'll find him. Tell him to call off his attack before the Dominion picks him apart. He shouldn't. If Vice Canon Rondar sends for reinforcements, he'll gain enough soldiers to clear these Dominion muckworms from the ruins.
Came from... We prepared to assault the cave when the soldier beside me stabbed me in the back. When I fell, I saw them take Ukatse alive.
Me before she returned. That crazy elf. She tried to cut my chest. I'm not just the best-looking scout in Shadowfen. I'm also the best tracker. I can pick... Then I'll shadow you. and alert you when they get Stay alert. Something's wrong. If the vice cannon was dead this whole time, was it a... Vice Cannon Rhonda always smelled of mead. I didn't. I should have. You're right. They'll know what to do. They have to. This imposter must be found before he can fool anyone else. Vice Cannon Rhonda ordered us to stay away from a nearby hill. If it was his skin stealer, he must have held us back for a reason. A doorway, maybe stairs, or a portal of some kind.
Little mortal, how far we have come since we first met.
Yes, you marvelous fool. I allowed them to pull me from oblivion, bind my essence, and siphon my power because I'm secretly behind this. You've heard of Ruvatar, the celebrated Dominion alchemist. It's all his doing, you know. I'll tell you his plans for you. You must find the pair of altars binding me, further inside the complex. Do so, and I pledge to share the Dominion's plans and direct you to their most prized possession. Also, I pledge not to violate. Within each altar you'll find simple foci. A mortal's touch destroys them and...
servant you are. For you, anything. Beyond the sealed door is the vault, and inside is the creature who wears your Vice Cannon's face. His master Ruvitar took them. Their key is sap of the Hist, boiled in vats. Fused with my essence, the sap is how the Skin Stealers steal the memories of their victims. No more sap, no more Skin Steal. Yet I have no patience. Burn the vats, little plaything. Please me with your actions, and I'll please you with your life. Oh, but don't fret. Why, a glimpse of your enemy, Ruvitar and his prize.
Your interference ends here.
A moment, my mortal trifle. Come close. I have one last secret to whisper in your ear. You're far too delightful for the horrible death awaiting you. You're far too delightful for the... You're...
Anyone could be a skin stealer. Never.
Follow me. The exit is this way. What to do with you? What to do? Far too entertaining to slaughter, yet I can't let another Daedra get their hooks inside you. Besides, I assure you mine other... Oh, it thinks it can defeat me. You have no sense of your own futility, do you? Much as I desire, I can't steal a walking tragedy from this realm. Go look for Ruvitar and the Nemic Egg. Somewhere beyond these ruins, I'm sure. This portal will take you from this place.
Ukatse informed us you had entered the ruins to pursue Vice Canon Rondar's imposter. Whatever you did in the ruins caused a lot of panic amongst the Dominion. Yes, but Vice Canon Rondar's death weighs heavily on Hadamine. She says she should have known. Poor thing. We were all fooled. But enough of our troubles. Once she's recovered, Vice Canon Hadamine will no doubt celebrate your accomplishment. But this artifact you mentioned, the Nemic Egg, a Dominion general, perhaps, whoever he is, will stop his march through Shadowfen. I'll appoint Ukatse to lead the scouts in our search for Ruvitar. I swear to you, this Nemic Egg is unknown to me. If it originated in Shadowfen, perhaps in Argon... I had someone else in mind. Argonian keepers know the history and legends of their lands. I'm positive one of the keepers at the hatch... Vice Canon Hadamine and I must rally the remnants of Stormhold's forces to the hatching pools. If the Skin Stealers took Vice Cannon Rondar, they'll know what he knew. Rendezvous with our forces.
Dangerous. Cultists, a priest of Arche. Tried to stop them of Arche. Protect soul from Molag Bal. Nearly dead. Never make it. You are strong. Better chance. I thank you.
coming for my treasure, Mr. Flint!
Come here, quietly. While I was hunting, the Dominion killed my family and friends. These warmbloods must die. He's the sadist who slaughtered innocents and hatchlings. They call him Maldor. I've seen his filthy...
Dare you? Death for your insolence!
Kill the commander, Philip.
I heard the... Ah, yes. This will follow me. Beautiful, wasn't it? Mald, I have a reward for you. It isn't much.
So, Scavenger, have you enjoyed picking? Now you want to tell stories. Very well. I will tell you one of my own. They did not tell us their plans. Now the history has been drained, and my people have nowhere to go. You wish to atone for your looting? Good. This existence is unnatural for us. Our spirits... Have you seen? They killed us. How else? They demanded the history's sap as though it was ours to give. I have a little power left. You have the staff piece. Together, we become a tool. You know nothing of my village. Argonians are bound to their history. My staff came from our undead aren't part of the proper world. We normally return to our history when we die. Fewer of my fellow spirits haunt the hamlet. My staff can only hold so much. It's only a small branch of the Hist tree. If they are not tomb, spirit of the Hist, receive... No! My blood boils inside me. How can this be? Sooth, no. The Hist tree screams. It suffers. And they're boiling, distilling, and destroying what's left of our Hist tree's sap. Quickly, take my staff again. The Dominion's camps are near. Find them, and use what power is left. Destroy them. It's more than sap. It's the Hist tree's soul. When an Argonian is created, it is said the are made from the essence of this Hist tree. As long as the spirits remain outside the tree, its essence is fragmented. bitter one, to be sure. We died, but our history lives.
Hands off, unless you want to stamp. This Jiren's armor is mine. Want to bet how many days he lasts in the stocks? Yeah, maybe. He works for the Vice Cannons. Another dark elf sticking his nose where it doesn't belong. The stocks are south of that beached hull called the Blasted Breton. You can't miss it. In a few days, the smell will lead you there. And not because he's a spy. Why else would he be here? He was blathering about our duty to Shadowfen. He was spying, it's obvious.
It's a shame about it.
Gods, why did I ever set foot in this stinking pit? Was it due for the crime of believing pirates cared about the welfare of the Pact? Rumors say the Dominion is smuggling in supplies through this miserable landing. Or maybe you could join me here, no? If you insist, you'll have to get her attention. Be quiet, unless you want to join me. These pirates are smuggling supplies and weapons. Agreed. I foolishly thought that since most of the pirates are Argonians, they'd hate the Dominion. But...
Greetings, blessed by Arce's beard! Evils! That is the worst news I have received in a long time. That is some consolation, at least. Malleus will be sorely missed. Thank you, friend, for bringing the urn and news of Malleus's end. Malleus Falto was a great man. He is with Arce now, watching over us. I will remain, for now. They are yours, my friend.
Whatever it is, I don't give a... One Eye don't take social visits with nobody. I can see you. I surrender. She's on the upper deck in the captain's quarters.
You haven't introduced yourself, outsider. I don't care if you're brave or foolish. Don't waste the sniveling dark elf. He needed the fresh air. His words were addled, telling everyone how I should run my town. As for his concerns, the Dominion, a pretender, that's all. She skulks in the shadows, afraid to challenge me, but she pays her spies well. I'd like to see that mangy cat as a new rub. Senil insults me with his fancy words and sense of superiority. Still, I could look the other way. What's this Khajiit getting out of her deals with the Dominion? Find out where and what. Then everyone knows I'll pay well to know this Khajiit's plans. Plenty of bites, but no meat. Right now, mind you don't go running.
I speak to One Eye, and only her. You have it, Dariel? Yes, I smell it on your fingers. Fresh and sweet, nice like rain. Oh, it's words you want. Yes, the Khajiit. She has a name, Sanji. There's a meeting, one of her kits and a Yes, this is just what I need.
Someone's here. Get scarce. Got the coin? The boss don't buy promises.
It arrived on our ship. You'll all be very rich very soon.
Then we've got your supplies. Weapons, food and drink, medicine, and protection.
And what do you bring me? It better be something of worth. Of course she'd sell them weapons. But protection? That's my business. Nobody but me offers protection here. He can stay there a while longer. That would make it easier for you to work on my side, wouldn't it? And after you help me rid my town. So now we understand each other. My problems are your problems. The crews in this town are loyal to one thing: gold. This Khajiit has been buying a little too much loyalty. She might even think she could threaten my power. Me? I won't do anything. However, someone else could deliver a good lesson. The docks crawl with foreign. They're no good to me injured, but the Dominion lackeys are another matter. Put the fear of one... Normally I'd say...
What do you want? Oh, you think that comes for free? By your looks. You're that sure? Well, that sounds like a pirate's deal.
You heard about... Well, now she's a popular... Good point. I prize my pelt. You'll...
Unless you got an... Ha! Sure. This one will tell you all about the secret hideout. And then, this will... How very persuasive. No need for such threats, Fred.
Khajiit is not here to challenge. You have won your right to lead. All here will follow you if you spare them. You have come to challenge for leadership, yes? That is why Sanji is dead and you are not. You will be the new gang boss if you, We do not have it. Not yet. Sanji hasn't met with the High Elf to get our cut. But if you could take it like you took the life of Sanji... Let us talk above ground, where it's safer. You're here to make a deal, right? We show you the Dominion's treasure ship. Partnership? Not much choice, is there? Time we get to work, yes? Won't be long until the Dominion learns Sanji is dead. Then they'll take their treasure and run. That's bad for both. Get on their ship, take their things, and escape alive. It's a simple plan. Me? This mind is for planning, not sword fighting and bloodletting. You must make haste, esteemed leader. If the Dominion troops leave with their treasure, One Eye will be very unhappy indeed. We were part of the Renrija Maur. What does it matter, the past? We follow your orders now. Once this is all over, the Renrija Maur. Some called us pirates, others privateers. It did not matter. What a beautiful sight it is. One Eye can't wait to get her talons on it. Sujash will take care of this. You have business to attend to with One Eye.
So the Khajiit didn't lie. I pegged you to make off with the money. I misjudged you. Here's your dark elf. I expect the Dominion's prize will be delivered. A high elf has come visiting, demanding a supply line through Alton Coromont. She's willing to pay handsomely for the privilege. Clearly, she is a Dominion commander. She's in a cabin on the lower deck, waiting for me to return. If someone else arrived instead of me, I'm sure they could take care of this problem.
I must inform the Vice Canon of the situation.
A little messy, but sometimes you have to take the low road, right? One of your vice... They're on the upper deck. Follow me.
One Eye would have me believe you single-handedly rid this port of Dominion meddling. I would be dubious, but Sir Neil Fenrilla corroborate. Don't be modest. One-Eyed boasted of your skills. I've offered the pirates letters of marque to seize any Dominion ships they find. You've...
These words are so final. You've seen me up here writing. Letters sent, but not returned. Why do I keep writing to him? Lutima. We were egg cousins when we were young. He fell in love and went to the percolating mire to follow her. All the while, nothing. There was never a reply. I'm leaving these swamps. I'm going to go to the dry lands. This is my last letter.
Right tool for the... right tool for the...
Welcome.
If you're looking for the bank...
right tool for the...
You're the one who rooted out
Took you long enough. I could have jogged to the white.
Good.
I'll get these back to their owners and let them know the tribe in Atana's ruins won't cause... I've seen tougher meat horked up by a mama wolf for her cubs. Well, you may have a bit of gristle to you. Ever hear of Orc's Finger Ruins? Not my favorite name, but that's where the moonflower blossoms grow. It isn't. That's why you're gonna eat it whole before you take on the bandit leader in those ruins. It's not poisonous. Well, not too poisonous. Just enough.
That coin pouch getting heavy?
You made us proud today. Our ranks have swelled in recent months, and our coffers are overflowing with jewels and gold. We want... It's a verbal handshake. You know, Glyrion's a good sort. Just not too friendly. Oh, the usual. Mother robbed tombs for decades in the dunes of Alakir. She raised me on her hip and forced me to join the Undaunted. Oh yes, she's a proud member. Goes by the name Hel Ralala. Just don't, you know, talk to her. She's a funny story. When she was young, some thick skull heard her name and had trouble pronouncing it. Her real name is Hel Alragath, just like me. But Ralala stuck and she's been used.
Is there something I can do for you, Undaunted? Marge, Urgalag, and I have been selected to curate a challenge for our fellows. The difference is the reward. Every day, we three decide on specific dungeons the crew will explore. Marge's demeanor best suits the new blood. I understand the fragility of life. I will not sugarcoat the tasks I give our more seasoned cohorts. And Urgalag will simply choose based on her desire to break you or take you. The result is the same. You earn keys, which you can turn into us to gain gear we keep on hand. Harder challenges result in more... Very good. Then make your introduction to Urgalag Make your introduction to Urgalag brief. The Undaunted have grown in number of late. The crew did not form so that we could own manors or barter for a seat on the Imperial. It was my idea. Many of our cohorts are drunken thrill-seekers. That's not how I see life. Thus, the pledge. A pledge to explore the deep places in the world. I'd prefer it. I pledge to explore, state the name of the dungeon here, and return undaunted. Simple. Yes. My background is somewhat different than other members of the crew. In years past... Yes. I did... things. Things I will not speak of. As I said, life itself thrills me. To enter a crypt, end the
You a talker or a gawker? Might earn a busted lip either way. Guess I'll leave your face as it is then. Faces are good for more than punching on rare occasion. I suppose I'll be getting used to break hearts, break faces, break anything I feel like, really. And when the mood strikes, I assign pledges. Undaunted. Even we haven't seen everything Nirn has to offer. Some Undaunted sponsor expeditions to find new challenges. Good. Tell Maj I said to give you a key. Go on. Finish your business with Maj. Let's say I don't bow to tradition, especially concerning romance. Someone catches my eye. In the old clan?
Hey there, scrub. You'd best stay back. We are speaking of blood and... Did she now? She must like you. In that case, you're going to need all the help you can get. Take your key and come... Armor dented? Blade dull? Wayrest sewers. Some damn fool nobles want to take over the city. They've raised...
What will we do? I erect the spine of welcome to you. My clutch brothers and I came seeking our brother, but we're too late. Filth-ridden goblins have taken over the Mud Tree Village mine. If Miharil, speak to the overseer, Suri Dreth. She knows more of the goblins and those accursed mines. Do not trust. Goblins are odious creatures, and our poor egg brother. For that, you should talk to No Yehim. It was his misfortune to be a slave here.
Sorry, but if you're here to buy iron, the metalworks is running low. A miner Miharil? His brothers put you up to this? Well, he's not here. He's in the mine with more valuable... Damn those Argonians. They can't keep anything quiet. All right, it's goblins. You want Miharil? Then rescue my workers. Just try not to kill the goblins. Oh, and bring back that... I don't need an all-out war. Not until the Vice Cannon send help. The few... Well, I had the men gather table scraps from the mess. There's no food in that mine. The goblins... Good. If you can get this mess sorted out and we'll be back to business as usual. It's not operational without miners, if you catch my meaning. What? Take some more. It's not like slop is expensive. Well, their camp's above the mine. We employed a few of them, but otherwise we left each other...
Suri finally sent help? Thanks, stranger. I got separated.
Oh, you're not a goblin. If I had a weapon... Lenam Sero fled further into the...
Who are you? They must think me thick-shell. And they be right. I came to help. No one, not even a goblin, deserves to be a slave. Suri Dreth used their totem to control them. And they even chose a war chief and settled in. They'll keep attacking the village until the vice cannons wipe them out. So she can enslave the goblins again. That would bring peace, of sorts. I can't bear that. If I had the totem... Please hurry. If the vice cannons arrive before we get the totem, they'll just kill or enslave the goblins again. This was supposed to be... I'll tell you what I can. I'm no expert on goblins. Goblins always chase after their totems. Suri knew that. She paid someone to steal it from the goblins. I don't think it would be good. I heard a story once about an Argonian who destroyed a goblin totem. He wanted to save it. After I gave it to them, the biggest beat the others into submission and took it. So now he is the war chief. He's probably...
figured Suri Dreth would send someone after the totem. Just had to hide nearby and wait for it. Suri Dreth brought me in to keep the goblins in line. That trinket of theirs only does so much. That soft-hearted Argonian stole the totem, breaking its spells. I'll wear his hide for boots. Goblins are animals. Beat on some goblins for a bit, then slam that totem down in front of them. They'll cower at the sight.
Quick! Give me the totem. I'll use it to lead the goblins into the swamps. I don't, but I have to try. If we enslave them, what does that say? May the rains be ever on your back, friend. Good riddance. Thragnar the failure. To freedom!
My brother went to lead the goblins away. May the swamp give you bountiful fruit, plentiful fish, and sharp stones, my friend. You've done a great service for our...
Thank you for getting me out of that mine. My husband and I are indebted to you. Why, they ate no.
Rajin Shadow! Zara thought you another month. Zara asks you that question. Skulking about, sneaking up. Announce yourself next time. Zara might have closed. This place crawls with Fenlord servants. Left behind when they created the Crown of Ascension. Step lightly. Fenlords do not keep lazy servants. Some say it is a tomb, where the Fenlords encased themselves in alien necromancer kings who once ruled Black Marsh. When their slaves unknown, some say they created the Crown of Ascension and left none forever. Others claim they've... Does it matter? It is old and very well guarded. If we gain it, we will be renowned. If it is big, leave it. And sell the location to any who would have it. If it is small, take it and find the highest bidder. If it is power, as companion to famous Zara. A share in my fame, of course. But you mean as you see, Zara is Zara. Join the guild, but that wasn't for mages to find things that are hidden. They have the most exquisite libraries in Dune. Row after row of books. Just as one finds, studying the dead, learning more about them. They have no mind. Even in death, the Fenlord's distrust does not work well. With regret, no. Zara is very clever, but not so strong. If the moons do not smile on us, this stone may be Zara's only escape. If you think it best, Zara agrees. Your help. Like ice running down Zara's back. Care is needed. Step softly. worried for a moment. Travel to Alten Koromon to have it appraised. Surely Zara has dealt with Captain One-Eye in the past. She is wily. But Zara is...
Argonian hatchlings. And they butchered her. The Dominion cut her down and left her to rot. I take no pleasure in being right. The Dominion must have learned Vice Canon Rondar's knowledge. If you haven't seen it yourself, Dominion forces are all over the hatching pools. They kill anyone who tries to leave. The only good news is they've left the eggs unharmed. I'd like you to cut down every Dominion soldier you see, but a quieter approach is more prudent. Ukatse found ceremonial garb in the chest behind me. He made it past Dominion guards, but one of their tigers sniffed him out. His wounds weren't too severe. You could use the garb to seek out Keeper Uth. Report the extent of this attack to Vice Canon Haytamine. I expect to return with... Ukatse found some...
persistent. You know better than to... Yes, the Dominion tells us nothing. Those who left, they killed. Those who stayed, they let live. We don't know why. We can... As we speak, the eggs grow moist. Before we begin the hatching, I wish to know the Dominion's intentions. Then go. Light the braziers in the Zanmirs of first light and setting.
Mary Dominion!
You come to stop the Keeper Uzathay can go count his scales. A Dominion dryskin cooked and ate one of our unhatched eggs. Though I... Have you come to Keeper Uzathay? What good is the hatching ritual if these despicable fools eat our young? Tell me, I wasn't thinking of the others. You're...
Lizard put you up to this? I'll eat her young.
almost like spinners from back home. Couldn't we spare them, sir?
The braziers burn atop the Zanmir's pinnacles. There must be more to it than massacre. What can they achieve by waiting before slaughter? They could kill us now and have done. Then there is hope. As the hatching approaches, the Dominion will likely observe the ritual. Then we should begin. The time of hatching has come. We gather by the boughs of the Hist. What have they? No, this cannot be. Burn and burn. What have they done?
Ahate! No!
The Dominion. They'll doom us all. The Hist. I cannot feel the Hist. This must be why the Dominion wait. Without the Hist, the eggs can't hatch. Now there is only void. I feel it, forming around the tree. I'll offer myself to Sithis in exchange for holding back the void. Keep the eggs from the void. Protect our future. Sithis, I implore you. Shield our unhatched eggs from the void. Sithis, this change my life for the void.
The Kaguti walk amongst the Gwar, but do not hunt unless the Gwar strays from her herd. The Kaguti gore the Hist to drink its sap. In the hamlet, a tree dies screaming. In the mire, a tree goes mad. A weapon once gifted to the Wasp children. Bound in blood, it slips through the Hist. The Kaguti thought themselves clever to coat their tusks with poison, but the tree knows all. Its roots will soon feed on the Kaguti who burned its blood. The Kaguti think the Gwar won't bite off the tusk that strikes it. Now the Kaguti are brought down to the mud. The Gwar seeks reeds to fill its belly. A gully.
The braziers burn atop the Zanmir's pinnacle. There must be more. Then there is hope. Then we should begin. The time of hatching has come. We gather by the boughs of the Hist. What have they? No, this cannot be. Burn and burn. What have they done?
Ahate! No!
The Dominion. They'll doom us all. Sithis, I implore you, shield our unhatched eggs from the void.
Dominion, they're coming.
he's gone. He died. Some, you say? They murdered our hatchling. We must restore our link to the Hist. Without it, the hatching pool, then the danger is graver than I thought. The Nemec egg bears the memory.
What happened? If Assistant Talixis is... Then we're too late. Thank Vivek, some good news. We'll bring the eggs to Hismir where they'll be safe. What of the Namek egg? Have you learned what the Dominion wants with it? Then we know why Ruvatar needed a place of power. Should the Dominion bring the Namek egg to their homeland, they prevent every Argonian hatching ritual from afar. I think I know. When our scouts found signs of Dominion soldiers to the west, Vice Canon Hatamine led a contingent of soldiers to an Aliad ruin called Loriacel. Hurry.
You're very lucky. Rhea risked her life by dragging you out of that poison gas. Most Imperials aren't so partial to members of the Pact. Cleaning up a mess. I bear no responsibility for it, mind you. If Rhea and her Due to a clerical error, the Empire sent poison downriver in a trash shipment. Certain people feel we are responsible. Sloshing about in the muck is beneath me. Rhea needs the husk of a giant wasp for some sort of container. I'm sure she'll be happy to tell.
Marius cares only for himself. When I was dragging you out of that poison, he didn't... That poison wouldn't be here if not for Imperial incompetence. I'm here to make sure it can't... I shouldn't tell you this, but I don't care about rank. The gas is an experimental weapon deemed too dangerous for use on the battlefield. It was supposed to be locked away. I've created an enchantment that will allow us to capture the gas. However, I need special containers. Imperial cities have thrown their trash into the rivers for years. The water takes it away from them, so what do they care? Well, I'm tired of us.
You're the hero of Ash Mountain. Keep your voice down. The Dominion has taken Murkwater. Murkwater is a simple fishing village, but the Ayleid once called it home. Ancient artifacts and dark... I'm certain of it. If you can find and rescue them, meet us at our rendezvous on the hillside overlooking Murkwater. Step lightly. The Dominion fills the swamp like rot. I spotted Batarmij tied up over there. We're shadow scales, born under the sign of the shadow and trained as assassins from birth. We're called upon. We officially hold allegiance to no one, but we're Argonians, and if the Dominion steals treasures...
Well, that took...
Don't mind Marius. He was ordered here to look after the interests of the Empire. But really... Excellent. Just give me a moment and... I've enchanted this container to draw poison within it. Place it in the path of the roaming poison... Oh? I assumed you were part of the cleanup. What's Marius planning? I don't know you well enough to ask... Once you've collected the poison, bring it to me. It's Marius. He wants to speak with you. Please, tell him...
You have a container. Good. Rhea and I will take care of the poison in this region. You handle everything past Hismir. Once you've collected the poison... Rhea would rather do what's right than what's necessary. I'm a soldier. I don't have that luxury. Let's move out!
Thank the three. Someone who looks like they can handle them. The Dominion invaded. They trapped my husband, Jarit. Those soldiers are terrorizing our people. Kill them. Rescue everyone you can. They didn't expect to see a Dunmer, so I made sure they didn't. I can be stealthy at need. He was born to slaves in Vardenfell. And yes, he's Argonian, but he's different. Distant. Haunted. The Tree Minder says Argonians born away from the Hist are damaged, but they can be healed by some sort of ritual to join them with a Hist. Yes, though I...
Keep your head down. The invaders and percolating... What? I haven't heard from her in years. Why did she decide to write me after all this time?
Snooping around, are you? I won't warn you again.
Aid me! Circle around!
not with the Renridra pirates, are you? No, you don't have this. The Renridra are stab-thirsty. Nasty pirates ahead. You're not with the Renridra pirate. Believe it or not, Barvin and I are researching Argonian ruins. Barvin is near the log bridge to the pirate camp. He's been watching. I would if I could. The relics here date from before my people stopped building Zanmir.
Free at last.
What did they do? Jarit won't talk to me. He ran up and hugged me, but he won't speak to me. Ever since you rescued him, Jarit won't talk. Look in his eyes. It's like he's not there at all. I had harsh words with the tree minder. Her hut's just up this path. She doesn't... I wish we'd never come here.
Why hasn't he come home? My son, Wadimvo. The accursed Dominion Dryskins dragged several young ones out of the village.
Welcome. Like many born away from the Hist, Jarit is withdrawn, but never entirely silent. She thinks I blame her, but Fane Vildan has done nothing to harm him or the Dominion clearly targeted Jarit. As his spirit reunited with the Hist, it was open to suggestion, weak, and now it's lost. Just that. Know that once you touch the Lanciata Foliota, it will only work on you. Bring it here, and I'll guide you to a place. Everything's ready for the blessing. All I good. The Lanciata Foliota will put you in it. You'll be able to reach Jarit's spirit.
Seek Jarit's memories. Say what should have been said.
Jarit, I heard you talking to Treeminder Folzok. Different isn't wrong. I love you the way you are. Do you mean it? I can come with you? I know it won't be easy for you.
Memories remain tangled. This weakens our roots.
Jarit, I've seen you talking to my daughter without bowing your... Is that how you address your master? You're a slave. If you look at... Why, you scary little piece of... You're...
You've untangled memories. The Hist blesses you. We should have sent you to Black Marsh. You weren't meant to be a slave. Jarit. Sithis blessed us with a clutch of eggs. Master offered to send them back to Black Marsh, but we chose to keep you, all with us. Then I will die knowing whatever my mistakes, and they... Come, meet me beneath the Hist tree. Pain opens the door to corruption, separating body and spirit. I am part of the Hist, a part you can perceive in hell. Stop Carathel. He enters the Hist through Jarit's mind to take my memories. Carathel's treachery will kill me, and my children will suffer.
Destroy the intruder!
You've been asleep a long time. There's more to it, isn't there? The Dominion used crystals on our people. Ah, that clears it up. Jarit has developed a strong...
I'm glad to see you awake. Yes, my thanks. Now that I can hear the Hist, Tree Minder Falsak wants to teach. I want Fane by my side wherever we live. Clearly she's not happy in the mire, and I wasn't happy in Narcissus. Life won't be easy for me as a former slave. Even with Fane's help, the best I could hope for is work as a laborer. But she wouldn't leave, and she'd be unhappy. But once my training's complete, we could move elsewhere. Maybe a city like Stormhold. I've always wanted to be a healer. Fane and I can go anywhere once my training is complete. Have you found my son? Our former master gave him this necklace. My son wore it to remind himself that not every dark elf is cruel.
Those pirates are digging and drinking. About time he found someone to help. I'm glad you're here. We've traveled all over Black Marsh searching for ancient... Maybe not. This map is a stone puzzle in 3 pieces. When you find one piece, it finds the next. The pirates don't know what they've got. I don't know as much as looks under rocks, but just look at these ruins. Zanmirs, the Argonians call them. Believe...
The Hists led us here. Maybe the stones sought me out because I know how to use them. Just as I thought. Combined, the stones become a single object, a Hist key. Barvin, ancient relics. But know this, the creations of my ancestors are not toys. Take the Hist key to Barvin at the entrance to the ruins. He's there now, trying to open the door, but he can't do it without the Hist key. The artifacts below are dangerous. I need to review my notes and see if I can figure out what we're dealing with. Tell...
Curse it. Why can't... I think so, but it's magically sealed. This looks familiar. Looks drew something. Of course! I remember some of that old lizard's notes. This key won't just let us in. I'll wait inside. I won't stick around to be captured by the red... Can't wait any longer!
Wait, don't go in. Stop. Wait! Stop! My notes. That key. I figured out what's buried under the Zanmir, and it must... Oh no. We need to leave them sealed in the Zanmir for all our sakes. We have to stop Barvin before he gets to the fangs of Sithis. Applied upon the land. In the hands of my ancestors, the fangs could be used to destroy whole villages. It is said that wielding the fangs gives you to Sithis, which casts all you are and all you could be into a great void. You see, the fangs consume the bearer's soul. They bestow you with great beaten to the fangs. But it won't be easy. The ruins are full of traps and guardians, and Barvin has a tremendous advantage. Perhaps my ancestors created the traps so that their descendants could bypass them. If you encounter...
I hear the fang. It calls to me. No! Please! He lied! You got the fang! The fang crawled into my mind. What are you going to do? It's gnawing at... Here, take it. There's only one, I swear. I don't know where the other fang is.
You're back. Did you stop Barvin? And the fangs? Did you get the... Give me the fang. I've got a special coffer to shield me from its magic. What happened to Barvin need not happen to anyone else. Pirates must have gotten into the ruins. This door to the Zanmir isn't sealed. I'll wager the commotion I heard from the pirate ship involves the I heard pirates beg Captain Narevi for mercy, then screams. That's the other fang's influence at work.
My sister, where is she? No matter. Cities will bring us together in time.
Explode!
You survived. Truly, I thank you, as should all Argonians. I'm not sure. It worries me, but not as much as the fangs in the wrong hands.
Stop. Don't move, or I'll strike you down. Stop. You have no idea what you're doing. Those relics are the property of the Night Mother. We felt their emanation. Shirava of the Shadow Scales. The fangs of Sithis must not fall into the hands of the ignorant. Hand them over. Or you don't know, and yet you recovered the fangs? The Night Mother is the bride of Sithis. Audience to the The fangs were gifts from the Dark Husband to the Night Mother. The fangs are powerful relics from another age that would overwhelm your soul. Do not cross the shadows. The fangs are our birthright. They are dangerous, yes, but the Night Mother will shield us. You are wise. We'll keep the fangs safe, as well as your friend here. He will be honored by the Shadow Scales for one.
I think you made the right choice after all. The Shadow Scales have battled our enemies for years. I should trust them.
Marius has grown very impatient. I'm almost certain he'll use the poison for personal gain. I'll get it as far away from Marius as possible. Marius, I'm onto your treachery. You won't get this poison. Thank you for entrusting the poison to me. I'll dispose of it safely.
If you set foot in Cyrodiil again, you're dead. Do you hear me, Rhea? Dead! What are you looking at? When Rhea's...
Can you believe it? Dragons in your own homeland. I wish I was on to tell you.
The right tool. right tool.
If you're looking for the Bank of Mourning...